Okay, so now that we know what our 7 different Roman numerals are, I'm going to show you how to write out different numbers using these Roman numerals. Okay, before I do that, whenever I'm looking at a number, I have to break it down into the smaller parts that are Roman numerals. Okay, what I mean by that, the number 8, there's no specific Roman numeral for number 8. So I'm going to have to break it down into numbers that do have Roman numerals. So I know that I can change this 8 into a 5. 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So we know that 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 8. So when I write my Roman numeral for 8, I'm going to write it out like 5, 1, 1, 1. So I'd write my Roman numeral for 5, which is V, and then I would have 3 I's. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm looking at 13. We're starting with the biggest number possible, which would be 10. So I'm breaking 13 into 10. Can't do plus 5, that would be too big. So I'm going to do 10 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So 13 here would equal 10 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So when I write out my Roman numeral, I'm going to write Roman numeral for 10, which is X, and 3 ones. 1, 1, 1. So this would be my Roman numeral for 13. Now I'm going to look at 26. This one starts to get a little bit longer, a little bit more complicated. So there's no Roman numeral for 20, but there is one for 10. So I would break that 20 up into 10 plus 10. Now the Roman numeral for 6, there isn't one, but I could do a 5 and a 1, which would equal 6. So I have 10 plus 5 plus 1. These are all digits that have Roman numerals for them. So I'm just going to go ahead and write those Roman numerals. 10 is X, 10 is X, 5 is V, 1 is I. So 26 would be X, X, V, I. 26. Moving on to another tricky one, 63. I have to think of the parts of 63. So I could use a 50, and I could use a 10. 3 is just going to be 3 ones, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So now when I go to write my Roman numerals, I'm going to write L, X, 3 I's. So 63, I have L, X, I. Looking at 52. 50 plus 1 plus 1. So I'd write my Roman numeral for 50, which is L. My Roman numeral for 1, which is I. So 52 would be L-I-I. Now that's what I'm going to demonstrate with today is 103. So I'm going to look here, 100 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. I broke it down into all the parts. Now I have 100, which is C, 3 ones, which is going to be 3 I's. 1, 2, 3. Okay.